Okay, so I've had a few people ask me on how to make candy, so I'm going to start with something simple for our first tutorial and all. I'm going to show you how to make Pacman ghost. I actually have a few of them, but what you'll need is, I like to use fishing line for these because it keeps it tighter, and you don't really need that much. I don't know if you can see it, but and then you also need 19 beads for the body color and 2 beads for the eyes. I'm doing red and white. So, what you do is you take your string, and you're going to start off by making the body, which is right below the eyes. So what you'll do is you take your string, you'll line them up like this, and then you'll take 2 beads, put 1 on each side, and just let them drop. So they'll go down like this. Then you bring your strings together, and you put 1 bead on both, so that there's only 1 bead down, and you bring it down and you'll have something like this. You do this 1 more time. So separate your strings, put 1 bead on each, let them drop, bring your strings together, take 1, put it on, let it drop, and you'll have something like that. Now, this time you'll separate your strings, put 2 on, let them drop, and then you want to tie it off. This is the skeleton of the ghost, and is basically what you'll be building the entire thing around. Now, you want to make sure it's tight for fishing line. For elastic, you might want to be a little bit careful when you pull it. You want to pull it tight, but not too tight, otherwise it'll start warping. Okay, so you have this. You want to take your top string, loop it through this first bead, take an eye, string it on, and you'll pass through this middle bead. And pull through, and it'll pop up like that. You want to put the other eye on the string, like so, and you'll string through this last bead. Like that. Now, you'll take a body bead, string it on your string, and you want to come back up through this eye. Like that. Then you'll just do this all the way across. Oh, my remote just fell. And then you'll see you'll have nowhere to go. It just kind of dangles there. So what you want to do is you want to go down through the bead below it, and it'll pop it up. And then you want to you'll come back through the eye this way. And then you just string it through your bead. But then it puts you on the wrong side, so really it doesn't matter how you do it, so I'll string it back through. Instead of going through that one, you want to come back through the bottom one, and then string through the top. So if you do it that way, it's just cleaner. And then you put 2 red beads on, string through 1, string through the middle, if it decides to let me. Take another bead, string it on. Okay, then you don't put on a bead, then you come back up through the bead you just put on. So it'll be coming straight out of this middle, and you just put 1 on. String it through the other top bead, and you have the top of your ghost done, and then you just tie it off from there, which by doing that, what you do is you just go through these 2 beads, well, between these 3 beads actually. You'll poke through and just basically knot it from there. I like to put 3 knots on mine just because it usually holds better. And don't worry if it starts to get a little warped, you can fix it just by messing with it a little bit. And then all you do is you take your excess string, you string it through this last bead right here, and then you cut it. And then you come back down to the string you haven't used yet. You'll string it through this bead. And then you just basically, just how you did the top, you just string on what little beads you have left. So you put one on, go through the middle, put one on, go through the last bead, string a bead on, come back to the bead you just strung on, put a bead in the middle, string through the last bead that's up there, and then you'll run into the same problem where you have a bead and you don't know where to put it because it just kind of sits there like this. All you do is you go up into this bead and then down through the bead that you strung on beforehand, right here. Which my string's in the back so you won't be able really to see it, so. And you pull tight, and then you can just tie off like you did at the top. Which I'm not going to do because you all know how to do that now. And there you go. Any questions, just comment and like it if it helped. Leave comments for another tutorial. I might start making more of them. So yeah, bye.